Welcome back to Santa Monica Weekly. Now, we're your go-to place for city news and information on TV, but if you're looking for some place to read up on city happenings, you go to Seascape.
Joining us now is Seascape editor and public information manager, Carrie Lujan.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Now, just in case there's anyone out there that doesn't know, what is Seascape?
Seascape is the City of Santa Monica's newsletter. It comes out 6 times a year and it is mailed to every mailing address in the city. It's also available at our libraries, at City Hall, at the public safety facilities, some of our parks. You can even view it online at smgov.net/Seascape. Like Santa Monica Weekly, it is the go-to place to find out what's happening in your city.
Nice.
Give us some information on what information is in the new edition.
Well, the latest edition is going to hit mailboxes on September 8th or 9th, and the cover story highlights the city's Human Services and Cultural Grants programs. This program is an $8.5 million commitment to support a local network of local partners who provide a full spectrum of arts and social service programs for the community. Some of the funded partnerships include programs that help at-risk youth and their families facing a cross-section of challenges at home, at school, and in life. It addresses the recent rise in the number of people homeless and living on the streets and assists the community's other most vulnerable members. For arts and culture, this grant supports Santa Monica's core creative and cultural community. And coming up in the next edition, we're going to introduce you to some of these partners that are helping out in our community.
Wow.
Very cool. A lot of stuff.
Now, yeah. So what's the latest on Expo?
Well, you've probably seen the test trains running up and down the tracks from Bergamot all the way down to the terminus at the Colorado Esplanade on 4th Street. And it's been 60 years since we've had a passenger train running through our city, so we all need a refresher in safety. So most importantly, think about how long it takes for a train to stop. Now we have this graphic. So if a car, a bus, and a train are traveling at 35 miles per hour, and this is not a math test here.
Okay, good.
It would take a car 80 feet to stop, a big blue bus 150 feet to stop, and it would take a train 280 feet to stop.
Wow.
Wow.
So think about that, and that's why you never want to block intersections or try and beat the train.
Thanks for
Very
that.
cool. Okay, anybody who's driven around Santa Monica High School knows there's been a lot of construction going on, and there's a great map in this edition of Seascape that kind of explains that.
That's right. We're really working to make the area around Santa Monica High School safer for students coming and going to class. So some of the construction is going to install a new traffic signal at 7th and Pico. It's going to create a new one-way street to smooth drop-offs and pickups, and it's going to create protected bike lanes and wider sidewalks with more visible crossings at Pico and Michigan.
That's great. Now tell us about the new Next Bus service with Big Blue Bus.
This is a very cool service that the Big Blue Bus now has. So if riders are waiting to catch their bus and they don't know exactly when it's coming, they can now get real-time arrival information. So if they want to chat with their friends for a few more minutes, maybe grab a cup of coffee, they'll then know how much time they have. To get this service, you can log on to nextbus.com/bigbluebus.
Nice.
Okay, students are back in school now, so let's talk about Bike It, Walk It.
Bike It, Walk It is a great program put on by the city. It encourages students to find alternate ways to get to class, so we're cutting down on car trips. It encourages them to ride, walk, skate, or scoot. It also focuses on safety when doing all of those things. It's better for the environment, and it's better for your kids to get them out there and having fun and healthy. And the next Bike It, Walk It week is coming up on October 5th. And I know we've talked a lot about the Critical Mass events, and the next one is coming up on September 19th, which is, of course,
Pirate theme, right?
you know,
Yes.
it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day, so it's all pirate theme. So bring your eye patch, train your parrot to sit on your shoulder, wear your best swashbuckling gear. It's going to be at Clover Park on September 19th, and then keep your costumes handy because there's going to be a spooktacular Halloween Critical Mass coming up in October.
Oh, how fun. Now, I've been hearing a lot about the Ive Got Seven campaign. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, this was a program that was originated by our Office of Emergency Management post-Hurricane Katrina. And since then, cities across the country have replicated it, but it really focuses on the 7 steps of emergency preparedness. So 1, you need to have enough food and water to last you and your family for up to 7 days. You need to make sure you have emergency supplies, cash, clothing, bedding, comfortable shoes, important documents, contact information, and also participate in one of the great emergency training programs that the city has, like our Community Emergency Response Team, also known as CERT.
Oh, very cool. Okay, October 15th in the morning, something's happening.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes. On October 15th at 10:15 a.m., it's the Great California Shakeout. Wherever you are at 10:15 a.m., you want to drop, cover, and hold on. And while you're doing that, take a moment to look around yourself. Notice what things might fall on you. Notice what damage could be done, and really take the time to think about if you're prepared for the next big earthquake. Lots of businesses are taking part. You can register your business at shakeout.org/California.
Now, I got to try, we're going to change topics here, but I got to try the new Breeze bike share bikes, which I loved. Tell us about the new founding member.
The bikes are great, aren't they?
They're so
green,
fun.
they're beautiful. For just $99, anyone can sign up to be a founding member at breezebikeshare.com. For that $99, you get a year worth of bike share, which includes 60 minutes of riding time each day. You get an exclusive invitation to the bike share launch party in November.
Ooh.
You
Nice.
get a founding member gift pack, as well as bragging rights to say that you were one of the founding members of Breeze Bike Share. So currently there are 7 bike share hubs located throughout the city with 30 bright green bikes at them. When the program launches full coming up in November, there will be 75 hubs in Santa Monica, as well as 5 in neighboring Venice, and a total of 500 bike share bikes.
That's a big
Amazing.
program.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell us about the Youth Tech program.
Oh, this is such a cool program for high schoolers. It gives them a chance to really get a taste of what it's like to work in an IT business. The participants get to shadow our IT staff learning about technology and public safety, traffic control, bus operations, and much more. So the whole event culminates in a pitch night where they get to come and present their innovative ideas and concepts to community members, city staff, as well as their parents. So it's a great program for the high schoolers. Applications are not available for the next one until January 1st, 2016, but log on to smgov.net/youthtech for more information.
Now, earlier in the show, we were talking about Sustainable September. Does Seascape have all the details?
It does have all the details. If you open up to the center spread, it has all the times, dates, locations, as well as websites for all of those great Sustainable September events that you talked about.
Awesome.
One of my favorite features of Seascape is the calendar. So we have it up on the bulletin board every time it comes out, and we leave it.
Love to hear that.
We leave it tacked up. So, what are some of the things that are coming up, looking into the future?
Well, one of the great volunteer events that is coming up, it's actually the largest volunteer day on the planet. It's Coastal Cleanup Day, and that's on September 19th. Now, another fun event coming up, have either of you played pickleball?
I've
No.
never even heard of
I've
it.
never heard
Familiar
of
with
it, yeah.
pickleball?
No.
It is a combination of badminton, tennis, and ping pong. So if you haven't heard of it or played it before, September 26th at the Memorial Park Gym, come on down and they'll teach you how to play.
How fun.
Another great event coming up, actually it's a couple events, it's the Days of the Dead celebration. There's events at several venues on different dates throughout the end of October, early November. One of the best events is held at the Woodlawn Cemetery, and they're going to have traditional music and dance, tours, of course, fresh made tamales, all to honor
Yummy.
loved ones who have passed.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something to do this week, there is the Tongva After Dark event on Wednesday the 9th, and that will be at Tongva Park, of course. Holly Rothschild is the choreographer, and she is really inspired by the different areas of Tongva Park. Last year, the dancers were leaping off the benches and hanging from the overhangs. They were even dancing in the
Wow.
splash pad while the splash pad was on.
Now that's interesting.
Very cool.
Now, the farmers market was recently voted the 4th best in the nation by USA Today. What events do they have coming up?
Well, the fall is a spectacular time to visit one of our 4 farmers market. Coming up is the chili roast on Saturdays at the Pico Market at Virginia Avenue Park. Locally grown chilies are fired up in a giant roaster, and you can take home a 1-pound bag for just $3. But my favorite event is coming up on October 28th. It's the Wednesday at the Downtown Market, and it's the all-you-can-carry pumpkin patch. They bring in just this ginormous mountain of pumpkins, and for $5 you can take home as many as you can carry down Pumpkin Patch Lane.
How fun.
So you see people stacking them, balancing them on their heads. One guy last year was clenching like the stem in his teeth.
No way.
Yes,
That's
and there's always
that's
the
tough.
one person
He
who
was
tries,
serious.
who tries to pick up the most, like the 80-pound pumpkin. And pumpkins fall during the
Now that's a
all-you-can-carry
good people
pumpkin
watching
patch. Yeah,
day too.
definitely, definitely.
I think we would be good at that as a team.
Yeah, let's do
Pumpkin
it.
carry.
I would like to see that.
We could do it. Seascape always features water heroes, right? And I think, didn't we have,
We
still have our capes.
Yeah, we're water heroes.
Do you have your cape?
I
Yeah.
do.
A little water hero cape. So who are they honoring that's been saving water this time?
Well, we like to honor residents as well as businesses, and this time it's Lowe's Hotel. They realized that their laundry service was taking up a huge amount of water, so they teamed up with our sustainability team here at the city, and they came up with this new program that recycles, filters, and disinfects their laundry water so it can be reused. And by doing this, they saved 70% of the water that they were using.
Wow. Now, is it true that Seascape will help us make sense of our utility bill?
That's right. It can be confusing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Tell us, please.
we have a full page graphic that really breaks down all of the different information that you get on your utility bill. It's broken down by your water allowance. This is a new section on water conservation, as well as how much you exceeded your water allowance, which hopefully you didn't, and what your next estimated water allowance will be.
Carrie, thank you so much. Great
you.
information.
A lot of information. My
Yes.
goodness. Thank
Seascape,
you.
great issue.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
right.